I was writing code and I was trying to check the coding. I was going to do it in a specific way. Like I was just going to, for some context, I was going to just pass data from from one class to another, and maybe the method signature would have had maybe like four or maybe five. And my mentor had done very, very similar work. And when I was going to tell her that I was going to do this, she was like, "Oh, you don't have to. I actually created this class that does what you want it to do." And I was like, "Oh, let me see it." She sent me the pull request and she created a Java record to hold all that stuff. That, like, instead of passing five this thing, right? She just created one this thing to just hold. And I was like, "Oh, interesting." That's another way to do that's much, much cleaner. Then, to your point, if you do reach out to senior engineers, if you do just ask them, right? Just send your code in for review. After they don't flame the code like four or five times, right? Then you learn, right? That's ultimately the best way of kind of like building that taste, being around people who have it, but also not being afraid to be flamed.
Yeah. On the same, off of riffing off of what you said, I think another thing that's super important is find people that are really good at that thing and ask them what problems do they have and then solve the problems for them. Like if, for example, if you volunteer in a club or something and then there is somebody that's the head of accounts, for example, ask him, "Hey, do you need any help with balancing the books?" Or like you have like a project or like just like even something in your neighborhood or website, reach out to the person that's the site admin or something and be like, "Hey, like how do I support you?" And the fact that the person knows that he's getting something out of it makes the person vested in your interests and like helping you grow as well. So that way, the person gives you like, "Hey, could you help me do ABC?" Well, like, yeah, give it a very good shot. Make sure that you understand what ABC means. Do a good job. Do something that you're proud of, and then send it to them and have them give you feedback about it. If you do it a few times, the person gets to actually feel like he's mentoring you and he's getting something out of what he puts in, and that way he's invested in you winning, and because he also wins when you win.